rest in peace. All the dreams never realized. All the businesses never started. The potential never reached.
It is time for you to welcome the light.
Well, Crouch, how are you?
I am Grand Central, and how are you?
I'm doing well. I just wanted to say I'm loving the new setup, what you got over there. I kind of like that. You need to keep that.
Okay, duly noted. Okay. And with that being said, I am DC, the half of Shaking Up the Algorithms crew, along with my amazing co-host.
Yes, Tomise or Shawan, those that really know me. Those that really know me.
Right. Now, we always, we always talk to the guests prior to bringing them on. And this little feisty one is going to be very interesting. I look forward to her. Her presence is electric. She's very like I can't wait to pick her brain a little bit. Very, very intelligent, very intuitive. I can just tell by her energy she's going to be interesting and amazing guest rather. So I really look forward to hearing from her. So can you tell the world a little bit about her, whatever you do know, ma'am?
Yes. Well, honestly, I had been following this young lady. I was in like a Facebook group chat for women business owners.
Okay.
Like before I even started my business. And
Right.
she and another young lady were like the forerunners in that room.
Okay.
I think it was her and the other lady's name was Tay. They were like the forerunners in that room. They were like schooling everybody about everything.
Okay.
So I was like, man, I like this. You know what I'm saying? I just really like the energy. And honestly, I've been following her ever since. I've noticed, the big business that she had, in the beauty industry at that time. And now she is back out in the tax game, which from my understanding, this is where she started. So she's back to the beginning. So I am super, super, super excited about having her on the show and just giving us some tidbit, jewels and gems on really finding your niche in business, whether you're a female, you're a male, or whatever. You know what I mean? I believe she has a lot of good points to give all of us regarding her journey in business and how that can also help us as well. So, with that being said, let me bring up the beautiful Samira Williams. And hold on, because you got a new name now, and I don't want to mess this up. So I'm gonna get you to come on and give the full name, the name that you earned. I'm gonna let you do.
I did. Samira Williams Cutner.
All right now.
Oh my God.
Yes, again, it is such a pleasure to have you on Shaking Algorithms. Mm-hmm. Look, already we have kind of dipped into the conversation, even backstage. And I'm just like, I'm so ready for the world to hear everything that we were already discussing, because it just made so much good sense. Now, like I said, me personally, and I was expressing this before, I have a few different business ventures.
Right.
And I think the biggest thing for me is right now, I'm doing what I love. Like, these are things that I love to do.
Okay.
But they're not really generating that much of a revenue.
Right.
But I love to do it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like now I'm trying to really decipher whether I should continue doing what I love or just do something that I know that's I'm gonna be guaranteed, or I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna definitely generate something. You know what I'm saying? Because what I was saying earlier, a lot of times our passions can kind of get in the way of logic. You know, logically, the fact is I'm not really making a whole lot of bread from it.
Right.
But passion wise, I could do it all day, all night. You know what I mean? I wouldn't get any sleep at all if I could just do this all day.
Right.
So I know eventually these are the things that I want to be able to do on a consistent basis. But now it's like I've got to find a way to help market it to meet the needs of the audience in which I'm serving.
Right.
So with that being said, because you've had experience with different businesses and things like that, what did you do or how did you realize what was specifically a need for the people that you serve opposed to what it is that you want to do?
So with me, beauty is a want. It's not a need. You know, I want to go get my lashes done. I want to go get my nails done. I want a pedicure, but people say, "Oh, I need a pedicure." No, you don't. You can do your nails at home.
Right.
But when it comes to what the need is in business, I think that it is very important for you to understand what people need on a regular basis. Now I'm in Texas. Everybody has to do their taxes because if you do not do your taxes, you get penalized, right? And no one wants to pay IRS penalties because they're going to get their money regardless. You can't hide from them. You can't go under a rock. You can't go under a bridge. Can't hide up under a blanket. They're going to find you at the end of the day. So for me, even though I love everything about beauty, I really do, it's not a need. It's a want. So when I switched my mindset to what the need is in the community, let's just take it farther. What the need is in the world, I switched my mindset to what type of business that I'm going to do. Now we're in the tax game. We get the bag for the from the taxes, and then we can go and do whatever we want.
Right.
But right now we have to focus on what the need is in order to fund our wants.
That's a good way to say it. Yeah, that makes sense. What about you, Crouch?
I definitely agree with that because that's kind of the situation I'm in. Because I have a t-shirt business and stuff, and I'm funding my invention. So sometimes you got to handle that to allow it to handle the rest. Because coming out of pocket, because for my invention, I spent like almost $7,000 off that alone. That's a lot.
Right.
So my thing is, and that wasn't even funded by my business. That was like out of my own pocket on this one. So when
those
you
patents are expensive.
Extremely. So it's like when you're doing that, I definitely understand what she means by doing that because it makes a lot of sense. And to go use one string of income to cover another love or passion that you have to do. So, and then I feel like eventually, because she loves what she does, eventually it's going to get back to where it's going to be. Because people invest in something that you do well. That you perfect.
True.
When you perfect it and people see it and you're consistent, people are going to invest in what you're doing flat out.
Especially when it works.
True.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And one thing about my business when I was doing body sculpting, when I say I dove in deep on the research, the scientific methods of what I was doing, it worked. I took a woman that was over 200 pounds to 160 pounds in less than 8 months.
Get out.
Yes.
We got to chat offline.
And I put that same woman in my receptionist seat See, that's marketing.
Right.
That's marketing,
That's
because
smart.
the best person to tell you about a service or
That's smart.
service is
Correct.
the person that has went through the whole
Facts.
thing.
Facts.
True.
That is facts.
Very
I'm not going to hire somebody off the street that don't know nothing about body sculpting, that don't know nothing about weight loss, that hasn't been through a weight loss program. For what? I'm cutting my
Facts.
own neck off. It doesn't make any
Facts.
sense.
Facts.
So I took her through the whole program and I put her in that seat. And when I say them phones rung, Instagram was going crazy, Facebook was going crazy, and we made a very nice amount of money.
I can believe it. I can believe it.
Yeah, yeah. Because I mean, you have so many women now that are trying to have sculpted bodies and things of that nature, and some women don't want to go to the extreme where you don't necessarily have to.
Right. Everybody doesn't want to get a BBL. Everybody doesn't want to go under the knife. Some people are patient enough to go through the process. And then you have some people that aren't. But, you know, we want the people that are at the end of the day, because they understand the impact that it'll give another woman.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. So you mentioned that you've been in business officially since 2016.
Yes.
What prompted you, because you started doing taxes as well, what prompted you to even want to get into that? Was that something that you kind of had a love for, or was that something that you were just dabbling in, or how did that come about?
So originally, my very first business was credit repair, and I had bad credit. And I just did not see myself paying. No, I take it back. I had paid Lexington Law Firm, and we all know about Lexington Law Firm, $99 a month. And I was doing some research and found out that they only work on one credit a month to keep you as a member. So I was like, okay, well, that makes sense, because only one dispute comes off every single month, because I'm nosy and I am going to go and look at my credit report because I want to know what you're doing. So I did some research and I said, okay, I'm going to play with it myself and see what I can do for me first before I go and touch anybody's stuff, right? So I had a 540 credit score, 500, straight across the board. And I took myself from a 540 to a 750 credit score in less than 6.5 months. So I said, okay, bet, I got it. Come on. I started advertising. I got me some software. I was posting in Facebook's group. Didn't really know a lot about marketing back then in 2016, but I used what I had and I used what I knew. Eventually, yes, I took some marketing classes, from different gurus and learned some tactics and Facebook ads and things like that. And even though I know that, when you really, really, really get into business, you don't have time to market. You got to either pay somebody that knows what they're doing and make sure you test the waters with them and make sure they know what they're doing, because marketing is another main key of business. My mama always used to tell me, no marketing, no money. Period. She said, if you think that people are just going to pay you because you're you, which in the past they have, but that's another But if you really know what you're doing and you have a platform and you understand marketing and you understand a niche, because a lot of people don't understand the niche, you got to have one thing that you're good at and pour into that.
Correct. Correct.
That is true.
And have a target audience. Know who you're marketing to, because everybody is not your client. When my mom walked into my office, she was like, now, when did you start doing this? And my mother was my client. My aunties were my clients. One of my uncles that owned a daycare in Houston was my client. And I didn't market to my family. I marketed to strangers.
Right.
I didn't even tell my family anything. I formulated my marketing plan. I put my business proposals to sell for myself. I funded my own business, and I got started. Sometimes you just gotta dive right into it.
Wow.
And be consistent. Be super, super consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Every single day.
Well, you kind of answered the question I was going to ask as far as like when you did the body sculpting and all that. Did you do most of that yourself, or did you have a team? And the way you just
So
said,
when I first started, I
okay,
started by myself in
right,
a one suite office,
right,
and my very first good month was 17,000 by myself. I said, okay, if I could do 17,000 by myself,
wow,
I need a team, you
right,
know. And one thing I learned about business is, yeah, you can go far by yourself, but you can go farther with others.
right, right,
Yeah.
right.
So
Now,
I really do believe in delegating because, again, I
right,
was answering the phone, I was doing the marketing, I was doing the body sculpting.
Yeah.
right,
I was like, oh, this is a lot. I don't want
right.
to do all of this. So what did I do? First, I put my sister in my seat of the receptionist. She did that for a little while, and then my sister transitioned out of being the receptionist to be my personal assistant because I needed people to do things for me. I need you to go to the bank. I need you to go and pick up these cups. I need you to go and pick up these t-shirts. I cannot be in several different places at one time. Now, if I could clone myself, boy, I'd be bad.
Right, right,
I
right.
would be bad. But realistically, I'm only one person.
Right.
you know.
Right.
So my sister became my assistant. The young lady that I told you about that I took her, over 200 pounds to 160 pounds, she became the receptionist. And then from there, I started hiring other techs. So I would hire one tech, do the full training, watch them, ask them questions, make sure they understood what we do, make sure they understood the terminology of what we did, make them understand the sales, because we had an introductory sale that you would come in on. So back up. I'm a big fan of Hand and Stone, and I love their marketing tactic. Okay, you come in, it's $59. It's the introductory rate. You get your service. They bring you out in a robe. You have what was it, cucumber water. They bring you to the front desk. They ask you how everything was, and then they ask you for your money. Now, the way I felt as a customer, I felt great. I was rejuvenated. I had my facial, rubbed all over my body. It made me feel good. Now I'm ready to give you my money. I did the same thing with my. You come in, intro, 2 sessions for $75 at 30 minutes. You have someone escort you in the room. You derobe. You put on a plush and pink robe. You come in. A tech comes in. She introduces herself. She tells you everything that she's about to do. She put on her gloves. She gets to work. She give you your private time to clean up and to put your robe or your clothes back on. She escorts you back out, bring you to the table, and my sister get that money. And I follow that protocol because I want to give you good customer service. I want you to feel good, and then I'm gonna send you a link to my Google so that you can go put a good review on Google for me. Thank you.
I know that's right. I know that's right. As my infamous co-host will always say, it's not about reinventing the wheel, but putting rims on it. Putting rims on it.
Putting rims on it. Putting rims on it. Spit shine it. Don't reinvent the wheel. If you are the type of person that has a niche, go get you a mentor. Let them teach you. Don't reinvent the wheel. Put your own little sauce on it, though, and go and get you some money.
Now, I have a question for you. Being an entrepreneur that you are, what kind of tenacity that you had to evolve into to have the capacity to do what you do? Like what kind of person did you have to evolve in to be able to delegate and to do everything that you do so well?
You know what? In all honesty, I was authentically myself. What you see today is exactly the same person that I was, or is in my business. I love to tell jokes. I love to be funny. You could tell I'm a little sassy, but at the end of the day, I'm a very intelligent person. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm transparent at the end of the day. So I didn't have to turn into anything because what I already am is authentic. Why change it?
Right.
Mm-hmm. So, well, what are the main mistakes that people make in becoming an entrepreneur as far as maximizing their ability to be a successful entrepreneur?
Not wanting to spend money on marketing,
Mm.
Mm.
being cheap, having broke mindset. What? It's the truth. It is. It's the truth. Being cheap, you know,
Wow.
or not trainable, not coachable, not want to learn a new skill set. Learning a new skill set will make you money. You
True.
can go to college. A lot of us, I went to college. A lot of us go to college. We get these degrees or whatever, but you pay, almost 50,000 for college, and then turn around and make 50,000. That don't make sense to me.
Correct.
That makes absolutely no sense to me. So I can't make more money than what I paid for to be taught. That's okay.
Mm.
Don't worry about it.
Good way to look at it. That's definitely a good way to look at
Don't worry about it. I'm not gonna do it again. Don't worry. I'm good. I just fast take my $200 and go ahead on about my business. But yes, marketing is the number one thing that people are afraid of. They don't want to do reels. They don't want to get in front of the camera. Me, I'm gonna get in front of the camera with my little rap on. Hello, how you doing?
Okay. Here's another question. Considering so many people do taxes,
yeah,
what makes people more people susceptible to wanting to go to you? What do you do different?
cash advances. They want those cash advances.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of individuals spend a lot of money during Christmas time, shopping and overly spending. So when it comes time for them to do their taxes, they don't want to wait.
Right.
We give away vacation vouchers. Come and get your taxes done. You file your taxes with us, you get a vacation voucher. Go on a 7-day cruise. I have a very, very great referral program. Most tax firms give $100 in referrals. I give 500. Send me 10 people, I give you $500. Send me another 10 people, I give you a $500. They go $1,000 right there. I know you got a sister, a cousin, a auntie, a brother, somebody.
That's good marketing.
That's good money.
Exactly.
That's why I'm different.
Look, I'm gonna be honest. I rarely see my co-host at a loss for words.
Right.
You got him tonight.
Right. Facts. But the one thing that I've learned in being an entrepreneur is I think you're right when you said learning something, a new skill or something that nobody else does or somebody takes for granted and you master it and you promote it will make your sales and your revenue go up drastically. Because me doing what I do, I always try to do something that nobody else is doing. And that has triggered my sales a lot doing it. Now, as far as what you're doing in the sculpting aspect of it, I mean, that's a good thing to be in because there's a lot of people that want to look good and feel good. So, I mean, that's a very good demographic. But as far as like how you go about it, I think the combination of that being a real good thing to get into and your approach makes what you do dangerous. So I understand why you're successful in doing it. Now, I think the hardest thing being an entrepreneur, especially when you got to do something with a team, is getting that team and delegating. That's probably to me a challenging thing because some people don't like being told what to do. Some people don't like being like, hey, let's go, let's get it. Some people don't like all that. So what is your approach to be effective in order to maximize the results out of your team?
I already hear the sass getting ready to come. Go ahead.
First of all, I'm paying you. You ain't paying me. No, I'm playing. I'm just playing. You know what I did in my business that made it very effective for everybody to fall in line?
What's that?
I created a lot of incentives. So, and I created commission programs and I gave away gift cards because I've worked for somebody before. You know, I've been on the clock and I've had a boss in the past that, oh, you guys did a great job. You know, we made sales. Here goes some pizza.
Right.
I don't want that. Give me some money.
Right.
So our base pay was our base pay, but my techs, they walked away sometimes $300, $400, $500, $600. She was a beast. My VIP tech, oh yeah, she wasn't gonna walk out of there with less than $500. Sometimes $600 or $700.
Wow.
Per day?
I had a client
Per day?
per day.
Okay. She play no games. Okay.
She didn't play no game. The girl was cold. I mean, she was like, that was really like my baby. You know,
Right.
that was my baby. She was like, okay, Miss Sam, I'm gonna help you clean up. We're gonna make sure everything is nice and clean. You know, for in the morning, is there anything you need me to do before I leave? I'd be like, you know what, baby, come on, let's go have dinner. It's on me. Just come on.
Wow.
You know, I love when I have someone or someone that's taking the initiative. And when I say she knew them sales packages from front to back. Oh, she was gonna get her a $600 sale package, a $1,500 sale package. She wasn't gonna leave up out of there without it. And she had clients that would tip her $100, $150. They loved her personality. She was approachable. She was kind. She was knowledgeable about the business. She showed up to every single sales meeting. She never had an attitude. You have to be that way in order to run a business and have people up under you.
That's true.
Incentives, commission. Absolutely. That's how I had to fall in line. Money. People want money. They don't want pizza.
and getting to where you've gotten and being successful in sculpting and taxes, what was your biggest challenge getting to that point? What was your biggest challenge?
I would say in the beginning, understanding marketing to get clients in the door. Because there was at one point I did not understand marketing. And once I understood marketing and that there were steps to things that you had to do, it made it easier to overcome whatever fears I had about starting a new business. I could start a business up like that. I could do it in my sleep, you know. And then also there comes business formation, because with different businesses, you set up your formation in different ways. You know, people always want to do a DBA. No, do it under LLC, do it under the C Corp, because you get more tax deductions and credits. Ding, 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 at the end of the year. We want to keep the bag. We don't want to give Sam all the money. We need some money to invest into other things, buying land, buying property. You know, we need to understand that generational wealth, it's a process. You can do it. It's a strategy, though.
Okay.
Okay. So we're tapping into the good stuff now. So what are, let's kind of get into some of the tax benefits with being a business owner. What are some of the ways in which you will let your clients know, or I guess the things that most people don't think about or business owners don't think about as far as different tax credits or different deductions that they can have to help monetize or grow their return, or, you know.
So a lot of people don't know about the energy car credit. So let's say you have a car that's an energy saver, you can file that on your taxes.
Get out.
A lot of people don't know about the new mileage increase of 65 cents that you can claim on your taxes as a gig worker. You have to keep a mileage log, but you can file that on your taxes. So you can either do the mileage or you can do the repairs of the vehicle. it's beneficial to do the
Do
mileage.
the knowledge. Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
That's good. Because I did not know that.
Right.
Wow.
A lot of people don't know about the solar panels. There is a 30% credit now with solar panels. So if you had an installation of solar panels, you can file that on your taxes and get a tax return. Or either offset what you owe on your taxes.
Oh my gosh. Like, yeah, I had no clue. I had no clue.
So it all depends on, who's filing what, self-employment, things of that nature, individual small business taxes, to ask that person all the questions within the interview to see, what they already have and then how we can help them.
Wow.
Okay. Well, I'm already saying in my head that I'm going to have to contact you because there is a lot.
Come on over to the Rolls Royce effect.
I need help. I need help over here. I need help. And there's so much that I want to do.
Right.
It's just that I don't necessarily know how to do it. And I don't want to put myself in a bind trying to do it myself when I need to reach out. And
you have a lot of people that want to do their taxes by themselves, on TurboTax and things like that. And that's fine, but you're leaving so much money on the table.
Right.
So much money on the table. I mean, there is a better chance of you getting way more money or not getting audited if you just go ahead and pay a tax preparer to prepare your taxes.
Yeah, most definitely.
That sounds good. My next question to you that I have is, a lot of people want to be entrepreneurs, especially when COVID hit. You had a lot of people wanting to be entrepreneurs and wanting to get the bag and want to do it. And to be an entrepreneur, you got to be able to do every aspect of what you're doing in order to be effective. You got to know every aspect of it. And a lot of people are focusing on the hustle of it and the wanting and the title of being an entrepreneur. But I always tell people, it's not just that simple. It's a lot to it. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, when I started doing T-shirts 4 years ago, I started doing it because I just like doing them. And then it got to the point where I started marketing them well, and people started asking about them more again. My second year, I made over 30,000 doing it. So people's like, nigga, you better file taxes. You better do something before they come get you. Them little people come get you. I'm like, okay. So that's when I really took it to the next level and took it seriously. And what is something that a lot of entrepreneurs really need to know in order to understand what it takes to really do that? Because a lot of people don't really know. They think it's a side hustle, or they just do stuff under the table or whatever. And what is really what does a person really need to know in order to know the seriousness of what they're doing in order to even file taxes for it? What should they make in order to even file taxes? Should it be a certain amount? With 5,000 matter, with 30,000 matter, with 15,000
5,000 matters.
Okay.
5,000 matters. Okay. If you're making, revenue of 5,000 or more, you should definitely file your taxes.
Okay.
You definitely should file your taxes, because if it's found out, you're not filing your taxes, and let's say a couple of years roll by and the IRS come knock on your door or send you a letter, there will be penalties and interest on that money that you made.
Right.
Wow.
So be smart. All I can tell you, because I'm gonna pay my taxes. I ain't got time. I like to be in the land of the free. No.
And that was a good question too, David, because I was thinking personally, like, granted, a lot of the business owners, they kind of had to fold once COVID came in. But for those people that had never started a business, it was almost like COVID became a resurgence for people that wanted to start a business.
Right.
It was like people was coming out of the woodwork, starting businesses and doing different things after COVID because they were so-called offering so much money to help you start up. Right? Now, the thing of it is, though, again, when you don't necessarily know what to do, and you decide to take your in-home salon or your in-house, t-shirt business or your in-house so-called life coaching, now you want to make it big and grand. Like, how do you go about taking that in-home or outsourced type of position or business and bring it to the forefront like that? I mean, because like I said, a lot of first-time business owners, they don't know a lot of the ins and outs as far as what to do.
I would definitely say make sure you keep a paper trail. So you can have a merchant account. Square is good. One thing I like about Square is at the end of the year, they'll send you a 1099 for your business. And you can file that with your taxes. You will get documentations from Stripe as well, and keep everything in a paper trail to where someone has to go to a link, make a purchase, swipe a card, something like that. Try not to take any money, because what we'll then have to do is receipt reconciliation to show that, okay, you receive, we have to go back. And who wants to do all of that? Yeah. And then there's also a fee for that with a tax preparer if they have to go back and kind of like figure out the numbers for you, which can be $1,000 or sometimes even $2,000.
Wow.
Because I got to figure out what you did in your business, and that ain't my business. Yeah. Cheryl paid you $500, for your coaching, but you don't know when she paid you, so I got to kind of put the pieces together for you.
Yeah.
Making mistakes is expensive.
It is. Very costly.
Very expensive. It can be costly, and you can shop around. If you come over here, you gonna pay me.
Oh my God.
Oh my.
What is the end goal of what you want to do regarding your sculpting business? What is your end goal with that?
My end goal with my sculpting business?
Yeah.
I think my end goal for my sculpting business is just to not be in the office and do more online training. Digital marketing and, online money is exactly where the bag is, an extra bag. So have a lot of digital products. A lot of digital products. Yeah, do some coaching, things like that. Be more. I can even come in and consult, be as a consultant, and see what you're doing wrong in your business, why you're not making any money, what your marketing look like, and things like that, and just charge you $5,000. To do a whole reconstruction of your business, to where you can make 10,000, 20,000, 50,000 in a month, because it's doable. I did it. Very doable.
So you would have the same business model for any business to make that amount?
I would have that business model for my niche of body sculpting to do that.
Okay.
Because remember, we talked about niches.
Okay, right. Correct. That is correct.
Know your lane, basically. Know your lane.
No, I know my lane. Right. I stay in my lane.
Right. Because anytime you making amounts like that a month, it's a lot.
Yeah.
That's damn good. That's
life changing.
It is.
Damn right, they're life.
I was excited to go to the office at 5 o'clock in the morning, and we opened at 9.
Right. Exactly.
I was up. Hey, why not? Let's see what we can do today. Throwing out those incentives, for my employees. Okay, well, if you get 10 sales, you get a $200 bonus at the end of the month.
Wow.
You get 20 sales, you get $300 at the end of the month.
And where is your business located? You're located where?
Our old office was on Boss, so we were right there in the Galleria area at the corner of Boss and Westheimer. But now I'm located. My tax firm is in El Paso. I moved. She said I moved. I got married, honey, and bye.
Bye. So you were in Houston. You're in El Paso.
I'm from Houston.
Oh, you're from here? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Acres Home, something around, north side.
So how is El Paso treating you? How is El Paso?
I like El Paso. Everybody's very, very friendly here and very kind. And Mexican food, I love Mexican food. I love to eat.
Is it like a small town feel, or what is it?
We're right here. Well, my wife is military, so we're right here by Fort Bliss, and not too far from Juarez. But we don't go that way. We go the other way. No, buddy.
Wow.
We stay on our side of the world.
Makes sense.
Well, let me ask too, because there are a lot of business owners who have spouses. Yeah. And a lot of times, you know, with the timing that you're putting into your business, sometimes your partner or your spouse may feel neglected. How do you? I'm guilty. I'm guilty. How do you work through that? Because that can bring a lot of tension in the home. You know what I'm saying? If it gets that far, you know what I'm saying?
But my wife is not here. She's deployed. So we don't have to worry about that right now. But when she comes back in February, I've already started working on a schedule to where I let her know, hey, baby, this is business time and this is our time. Mm-hmm. Just level it out. Because my wife, she be like, okay, you said that you was going to be done by 3. I'm like, girl, I had another phone call. Hold on. I'm trying to get to the money. I'm trying to buy you a bigger house. Hush.
Right.
So, yeah, just balancing out that time, and coming up with a schedule and being organized. I think that's really important. Even if you're not married or in a relationship, you still need to delegate time
management,
clients, and create that boundary now in your business. Because if you don't, people be calling your phone at 6, 7 o'clock. You sitting down having, dinner and texting you. I got a question. I know you busy, but so if you know I'm busy right now.
Right.
That's true.
Why are you calling me? Why are you texting me right now? And get you a separate phone. Don't do business on your personal phone. I will not do it. You know what? Set a schedule of do not disturb on your phone. I am like what's the guy named Redman on The Temptation? My hours are from 9. Now what are your hours? 9 to 5. Okay. You won't go over the bridge.
I definitely understand that. I get it.
My personal phone, family, daughter, dad, they know that they can call me on my personal phone, But my business phone, it's hours set. We set hours. Yeah. Business doing business hours. And after 5 o'clock, they go do not disturb. If I didn't talk to you before 5, I will not talk to you after 5.
I know that's right.
Setting the boundaries.
Setting boundaries.
Correct.
Setting boundaries early in the game.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
Even when I had my body scope to business, my clients would be like, I called you. Yes. He called me at 8:30. Okay, Miss Sam. Okay. All right. Now, how may I help you? Because now I'm ready to take your money. Let's talk about it.
So you don't have the body sculpting business back up now. You're doing the taxes solely right
We're
now.
doing Texas solely. I'm a firm believer of focusing on one thing and mastering one thing at a time.
Okay, so when do you think you'll get that back up?
My body sculpting business, so we're about to do it by the end of next year. Well, maybe mid. We'll see. I've been looking at some spaces anyway.
Yeah. I have to take a trip up to El Paso.
Well, I really want to start traveling.
Okay.
As well. Really want to start traveling as well.
Oh, well,
So
then we definitely need to talk. We definitely need to talk.
Yeah. And plus, I got family in Houston, so at some point, I have to make it back there to go and see my mother and my father because I haven't been since October, and I'm not going for Christmas.
Right.
Okay.
So it's about to be tax season, and I have to be focused.
Yeah.
So.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Business is starting to pick up now.
Starting to pick up now, and I don't do a lot of Christmas shopping anymore. You know, I love you. Here go a gift card. Have a nice day. I have way too many nieces and nephews. I have 9 nieces and nephews.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
not gonna be able to do it. You know, they want the roadblock. I'm like, okay, online. All right, here we go. Easy peasy. Have fun with it. You go gift card. You do what you got to do. I do not mall shop. I mall shop for me.
Right.
But no, not at all.
I don't.
Not at all. Love them to death.
I don't.
Why? Amy, love you. Have a nice day.
So where can the world find you?
So we are on Facebook.
Question first. I had another question.
Okay.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Okay. What I wanted to ask is, what are some of the things that clients now at the end of the year, what are some of the things that they are coming in to receive services for, you know, and I guess you could say in light of tax season? You know what I'm saying?
Tax planning, credit repair, because we still do credit repair.
Okay.
That's something, you know, even on my intake form, you know, it asks, you know, would you like to see other promotions that we're doing? Are you interested in credit repair? Are you interested in buying a home? And, you know, those type of things I want to know. So when we start talking about tax planning, we can definitely start formulating a plan for them to get into the first time homes buyer program. I mean, there has just been an approval from Sallie Mae to where if you have a 640 credit score, you can get a conventional loan. They weren't doing conventional loans, you know, before with Sallie Mae. And you can get a duplex or a triplex. Like, people need to understand that you got credit, you got taxes, you got investments. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, you need to know what's going on in the world so that your money can go so much further and so that you can be able to maximize on your generational wealth. Go and get you a triplex, live in it for a year. Or matter of fact, let your sister live in there for a year. You know, let one pay for the other and make you some money that year and turn around and buy you some more property. Buy you some land, put some tiny homes on it.
Yeah.
Maximize your dollar. But instead, you know, we want to buy cars and shoes and J's and all of that stuff.
Exactly. Right. Making somebody else rich.
Pretty much.
Right.
Yeah. You know, buy you some J's and it'll perform your jump shot. No, it won't. You gonna jump shot the same way you've been jump shotting. I'm telling you. Don't spend $200 on those shoes. Go and spend you $300 and get you an LLC. Mm-hmm. You can do it online. You can do it yourself. You don't have to pay nobody to do it.
Sure can.
You know, go and open you up a bank account. You know, go and apply for you some business funding. Black women in business, Black men in business. Go apply. Learn about some grants. Invest in something like that. Start writing your own grants so you can get some money and maximize on your business. Because they're giving money away. It's there. You just got to know where to go.
That's true. Did you actually do that yourself prior to starting your business? Did you kind of
saved a lot of money. I didn't go get my nails done. I didn't go get my hair done. You know, I didn't buy no shoes. I took care of my daughter. I paid my bills and I saved money.
Okay.
I said no to everything. I didn't drink. And I love me a glass of wine, honey. But I didn't do that. I didn't buy nothing new. Nothing. And I went and got some marketing t-shirts made, and I wore a marketing t-shirt and some jeans every day.
Wow.
That was my attire.
That makes
Wow.
sense. That makes sense, though.
And I had business cards and flyers in my purse.
Wow.
Yeah, said that. Girl, let me give you a business card.
That's great.
And I was serious about it too.
Oh my God.
Wow.
I wanted to make money. You know, we got to get out of the mindset of being broke, because that's exactly what it is. It's the mindset of poverty. Got to get out of that mindset. Get out of that mindset and get out of your hometown. Go travel. I lived in Alaska for 1.5 years. It was the best thing I ever did. Best thing I ever did. Yes.
Yeah. And why was it the best thing you ever did? Well, what was
because when you start shifting the way that you think about the world and you see how other people live, you really do see how grateful and blessed you are. You think that your problems is bad? Go to Alaska. It is dark 8 months out of the year and cold.
Wow.
Yeah, but the summer.
Well, you know what? I definitely agree with that part of it. I think people that really do well, they get out of their own states. Like I lived in Miami for 6 years, and I think if you can survive Miami 1 year, you're doing something. I've survived it for 6, and it's one of the most expensive cities in the country. So it's like I've learned a lot being in that environment. And this is the way. And you know what, Shawan? That's probably why I am crazy the way I am, because I be on your head. I be on her head, on her dome. Hey, let's go. Let's get it done. Man,
right?
Let's get
right.
money in this time. Let's go. Let's go.
He does.
Because you know what? If we don't think like that, somebody else will, and somebody else don't get the bag.
And the struggle is, and my thing is that, I know Shawan ain't. She didn't live in Miami like I did, but you know what I'm saying? Shawan moved from where she was from to North Carolina, now to Houston. So it's like when you get out of your own environment and you see how the other people live, and you kind of like step out on faith like that, it makes your mindset a lot more like you got to be on it. You got to be on.
Yeah.
Because you're in a whole new environment. You ain't got that safety net. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people
you can't move the way that you move when you're in your hometown. You gotta move different.
That's true. That's
correct.
You
correct.
gotta move different.
Correct.
Don't get comfortable.
Right.
Do not get comfortable.
Right.
You are not at home.
That's the truth.
You are not in your own playground. You on a different turf.
That's for real. That's for real. And on top of it, I'm the only one in my family that ever moved out of my state. So it's like, I'm completely different.
Well, my son wants to go to Africa.
Huh?
Yeah, that's where we end up. Africa.
You going to Africa?
Oh yeah, that's where I want to live. I need a maid.
Now I know it's not just me. Now I need
to cook.
It's not just me.
$100 a month. I need all that.
All that.
Yes. Work on the lawn. I want a beautiful lawn, but I don't want to do it. But I'm gonna do it.
There you go.
$50 a month. Yeah, I need all that. I need to be in my soft era, in my old era. Yes, indeed. And the healthcare is cheap.
Yeah, it is.
We pay all this money here in the state. United States has the highest, most expensive healthcare. You go somewhere else, it's $25. Get a root canal.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
$25.
to get that Gargamel out your mouth.
Exactly.
Get it out.
I'm ready to go. The United States, y'all can have it.
Yeah.
Good luck to you.
Me and Sharon was talking about that. We was talking about
Yeah,
that.
I was.
Get
Because
out
I'm
of
ready
the
to
country.
go.
I'm
Yeah,
ready
I
to
feel
go.
you.
That's on my vision board. Africa.
Mhm,
Out.
mhm.
Out.
Right.
Yeah.
Out. You know,
Right.
to acquire the type of living that I know that I deserve. We all deserve to be in a very substantial, soft, luxury type of living. If you want a
Yeah.
maid, you should have a maid. If you want somebody to wash your dishes, you should have somebody to wash your dishes. If you want somebody to come and cook for you, you should have somebody to come and cook for you.
Hell
You
that.
have to do it. Why? So that you can focus on the things that's gonna make you money.
Facts.
I don't want to fold clothes. That's not making me no money.
Facts.
Correct.
I don't want to wash dishes. You can ask my wife,
Right.
I hate washing dishes. I'd be like, oh, why? So I don't want to do that.
So you gonna have people wash your drawers too? All that?
I'm willing to pay.
Oh,
I'm gonna pay extra for the panties. How about that? Just wash them. Oh, and put them up.
Okay.
And I'm so serious. People like, oh man, she's so crazy. No, I am serious. Very serious.
I
I'm not joking. It sounds funny, but it is for real.
I understand.
You know, the only thing I want to do is walk the dog and make money. That's it.
correct. Correct.
Take a bubble bath, drink me some wine, go to sleep. Wake up, do it all over again.
Yeah,
I feel you.
I agree.
So where can all of our listeners find you?
So we are on Instagram and Facebook, My First Choice Credit and Tax Services. You can also call us at 917-888-7310.
And you got that on the first take. That's good.
Oh my goodness. Oh my God.
Now what is it called again? You said that fast. You said what?
My First Choice Credit and
My
Tax
first
Services.
choice credit. My first choice credit.
My first choice.
My first choice credit.
My first
You
choice.
speaking all that into existence. Your first
choice. My first choice.
My first choice credit
My
on
first
Instagram,
choice
on and Facebook, right?
and Facebook.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Give us a call. 917-888-7310.
And your name is attached to it, right? Like
Absolutely.
Okay, just make it sure. So my first credit,
My first choice.
Choice credit.
Choice
right?
credit.
My first choice credit on Instagram and Facebook.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Well, I will say this: you're hilarious. And like I said, I'm not silenced by a lot of our guests, and we done had a gazillion of
That's
them.
true.
I'm not really silenced, but I'm impressed. I don't I'm impressed.
Please.
Well, I mean, your drive is impeccable.
Oh, thank you.
Say that, and you have a no lose policy the way you talk. Like you don't take losses.
No.
And losses.
Well, I have took losses.
Right, but your
But
losses.
I learned from my losses.
Okay,
correct.
Okay.
You know, because most of us, we have setbacks and we think that, oh man, the world is about to end. It's failure. I'm a failure. No.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know, some things are just out of our control. So I went to Alaska. I went and got my mind right. I came back. Let's get it.
Alaska for a year and a half. Boy, I could not imagine that.
It was so amazing.
You said it was dark for 8 months. Tell me how that's amazing. I'm trying to figure this out.
I like cold weather. And people think that Alaska is like Houston, like a wet cold. It's a dry cold.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not as cold as you would think. Of course, you need jacket, gloves, hat, or whatever the case case may be. But once you start layering up and putting all that stuff on, you start to sweat.
Right.
So
well, my thing is, Houston, considering that's where you're from, it's feel like the devil hiding outside in Houston.
Well,
so it's hot.
In Alaska, it's 73 degrees, breezy, and the sun is out, and the scenery is amazing. So those 8 months that it's dark, it's worth it during the summer. You can go fishing in Kenai. You can go up to Denali and look at the mountains. There's so much to do if you're an outdoorsy type of person, because we're outdoorsy type of people.
Right.
You see the moose. Moose come close to your door.
Okay. Wow. That is amazing.
You can go and snowboard, ski in the mountains. It's 20 below, but it's fun. It's hot, actually.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. Okay. Well, I will say this. I love your energy. I love you being a guest on our show. I thank you for coming on and letting the world know what you do and what you're about. As we say to a lot of our guests, not all, but a lot, we would love to have you back on for something else.
For sure.
Maybe when you get the sculpting back up, and we can bring you on when that hits.
That's fair. That's fair.
That would be fun because I mean, a lot of people would like to know about that. I mean,
yeah.
And you got people that had surgery. You got people that had weight loss surgery. You got a lot of stuff, aspects to that a lot of people like to know. So,
and we actually had some clients that had surgeries that came in and got lymphatic massages so they wouldn't be swollen. We had clients that had weight loss surgery that came in just to get tips and ideas as well as services. I even did juices for a lot of my clients for weight loss, which they loved and lost weight with sea moss and burdock root. So yeah, there's a lot of different things to their business. And it's not just the body sculpting, it's so many other ways to make money. So many other ways. It was just so fascinating that people didn't know the difference between a compression garment and a waist trainer.
Yeah.
I even had men that came in. I had a police officer that came in, and he was like, "Miss Nam, I got a question, but I'm a little embarrassed." I say, "Well, what's the question?" He said, Can I get my body sculpted too? I said, come on.
Really?
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Why not?
He said, well, can I wear one of them things that them women wear? And I said, what thing? What are you talking about? He said the compression garment. I said, yeah, I got them in stock. You want one? I can go in the back and get you one. It's $95.
I mean, because I'm trying to preserve my sexy. I'm 52.
Right.
I'm trying to preserve it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So this is why you need to come back on and stop playing. Go ahead and come back on. It's all right. Because the grown, sexy 50-something-year-old would like to keep it like that.
Yes. Isn't it a thing? It is a thing.
I feel like y'all be discriminating because a lot of women do. You know?
I know. You know what? When I posted the police officer and asked him, could I use him as promo? I had so many men calling. It was crazy.
Wow.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have to go to your stuff. Is it on Instagram and Facebook or both? It's on both?
Oh,
I'm gonna have to go there.
It was crazy. It was crazy. You know, they loved coming in for the B12 shots. They love coming in for the lipotropic shots because the lipotropic is what helps, boost your metabolism. As we get older, our metabolism slows down. So at the end of the day, we start gaining a lot of weight. But baby, they would come in for them like, oh, Miss Sam, I lost 3 pounds. Oh, Miss Sam, I lost 4 pounds. I'm like, okay.
And then say, I'm trying not to get into it deeply, but you starting to talk about it.
Okay.
Because everybody is people that like me. I done been through surgery. I done got hurt. I'm older, and I done had it's a lot. So it's like, you got to come back. Stop playing. Yeah. You go ahead and come back. Get over it. You'll be all right. Get over it. Come on.
I'm healed. I'm okay. I had a moment though, because that business was my baby.
But because that I can understand why it made so much money. Because a lot of people don't know about that. A lot of people heard about it, but they don't know. Then you black on too. Come on, we need to bring it back on. Yeah, that's muy importante. Yeah.
Oh yeah, muy. Oh yeah. But even my wife, she asked me, she was like, so what are you waiting on? Because I did some stuff for her here at home. She was like, baby, I'm getting my sex check. I say, sit down somewhere. Gave her, a few B12 shots. She said, baby, my energy. And she's the type of person, she needs a nap at 1:00. No lie. I say, you're not
Wow.
sleeping? No. You want to go out to eat? You want to go do something? You want to go for a walk? I say, you have a lot of energy.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's deep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. This is why we have to bring you back on.
Yeah,
I'm a-
definitely.
I'm a- I'm
Yeah.
a-
Do you have any last words, my amazing co-host? Do you? ma'am?
Well, again, this has been such a pleasure. Oh my God.
Right.
Like
Right.
having you back is an understatement at this point.
Oh, thank you
Um,
so much.
And look,
Right.
don't be surprised if sooner or later, you know, you may be using one of us as your next promo client.
And I would love to, because
Yeah.
one thing
Real
about marketing that I love, people want to see real people. Like the
Facts.
stock photos, they're cool
Facts.
or whatever, but people want to see real people. And
Yeah.
that's the tactic in my marketing. I love to use real people, real reviews. Like that's my thing. That's how
Right.
I get the marketing to push to get more of a reach to hit the target audience that I really, really want. I want to use
Right.
real men and women that's actually going through the process.
Yeah.
Right. Right. Right.
I'll be the test dummy anytime.
Right?
Right.
Right?
I will do it anytime. But
Correct.
again, Samira, this has been such a pleasure having you on the show.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming in and taking
Absolutely.
time out of the tax season,
Absolutely.
beginning of the tax season,
Yes.
to really kind of give all of us some tidbit information on business and finding your niche.
Yes.
So thank you so much.
Absolutely. You're welcome. Thank you so much for having me.
All right, Crouch. Have a good night.
You too, babe.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Find us on our social media page. Tune in for our next video. Make sure to like and subscribe. And don't forget to turn on post notifications so you won't miss out on any future episodes.